Hi, welcome back to Lytical Preps. So we are looking at solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. So our problem of the day is to solve x squared minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0 using the quadratic formula. Good. Solution. First of all, let's talk about this quadratic formula. In our previous videos, we were talking about the factoring method and completing the squares. You can see that they all have limitations. There are some of the quadratic questions that you cannot use factoring method to solve. But this quadratic formula can solve all quadratic equations, even those that you cannot factorize them. You can use quadratic equation quadratic formula to solve. So this is the formula, which is x, which is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So those that you are doing relative mathematics or further mathematics, what is inside the root is what we call the discriminant. Okay, good. So this, the b, a, and c are coming from the quadratic equation, which was ax squared plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. Good. So we had it from the quadratic equation. Let's continue. Now our question is x squared minus 4x minus 5, which is equal to 0. Now we have to compare this equation to the original quadratic equation to be able to get our parameters, that is a, b, c, d, the constants. So we compare now our a, the coefficient of x squared is 1, so a is 1. And also the coefficient of x is negative 4, so we say that b is equal to negative 4. And the last one, our constant term, which is c, is equal to negative 5. So we are going to plug these values into the quadratic formula. So we get x is equal to, our b is negative here, so we get negative into bracket negative 4, because there was already negative here in the formula. Good. Our plus or minus root of, we have b squared, don't forget to bring the bracket, so negative 4 squared minus 4 into bracket, our a is what? 1, and our c is what? Is 5. Good. Okay, so let's simplify this. So we get x is equal to negative times negative 4. So we assume that there is 1 here, so it will be negative 1 times negative 4. You get it? Good. So we get a plus 4 here. You bring your plus or minus. Now let's simplify what is inside the square root. Negative 4 squared is 16. So you can do it and see. We get negative 4 times another negative 4. You see that negative 4 times negative 4, we are getting 16. So 16 minus 1 times 4 is 4. Then 4 times negative 5. So we are getting negative 20. all over 2, because 2 times 1 is 2. So we get our x to be 4 plus or minus root of, don't forget, as we said, we assume that there is 1 here, so negative 1 times 20, negative 20. So negative 1 times negative 20, we get a positive number, which is 20. So we get 16 plus 20 all over 2. So further simplification, we are going to get x, which is equal to 4 plus or minus root of 36 all over 2. Now we have to find the square root of 36. Okay, we have to find the square root of 36, and we know that the square root of 36 is equal to plus or minus 6. Don't forget that when you multiply negative 6 times negative 6, you are getting a positive 36. And also, when you multiply positive 6 by positive 6, you are getting 36. That is why it is plus or minus 6. Good. So, our equation becomes x is equal to 4 plus or minus 6 all over 2. So for the case of positive 6, we are going to get x is equal to 4 plus 6 over 2. And we know that 4 plus 6 is what? 10. So 10 over 2, and 10 over 2, we are getting what? 5. And for the case of negative 6, we are getting x to be 4 minus 6 all over 2. And 4 minus 6, we know that is negative 2. So over 2. So negative 2 over 2, we are getting negative 1. So our solution is x is equal to 5, or x is equal to negative 1. Good. Okay, so I'm going to give you one example so that you solve it, then you comment it under the comment section for the team to review it for you. Okay, so your trial, you have to solve x squared minus 10x plus 11, which is equal to 0, using the quadratic formula method. Good. So this is simple. Don't forget to try this. Okay? Subscribe and share it with your friends so that we make learning fun and easy. Thank you.